Hi, I'm Frank Schaeffer. You know, I'm watching this election and there's a lot of things going on I don't like. Donald Trump threatening violence, the rise of racism, the xenophobia, the anti-Islamic stand of the Republican Party, the horror of choosing between a fundamentalist like Ted Cruz and a arrogant, really odd, sorry kind of person like Donald Trump. But I want to say something different today. You know, both political parties try to sell themselves as the saviors of America, as if something's terribly wrong with this country. And you know, we do have problems. For instance, the horrible way President Obama has been treated while he has saved this country from the foolishness of George W. Bush and brought our economy back. But, you know, if you read and you travel a little bit, excuse my cold, you soon realize that we in the United States of America are privileged. I'm not talking about the 1% and the money they've got. I'm talking about the fact that we are a country who has choices. We have food. The disaster in Flint, Michigan proves that most of us have clean water, or we wouldn't even think it was a big deal. In most of the world, you know, to get any water at all is a big deal. We have racism, but we don't have a civil war going on right now. There are not tens of thousands of people dying and half our population displaced. So let's try to keep things in perspective a little bit. Yes, Donald Trump is a monstrous individual, but one of the reasons he's monstrous is like a person calling fire in a movie theater, trying to start a panic, and in his case, violence against protesters, when there's really nothing to panic about. Let's look at the facts. President Obama has brought our economy back in spite of the obstruction of the Republican Party. We are fighting wars across the globe with our drones and anti-terror efforts and so forth, but for most of us, we are at peace. You know, when my son was in the Marine Corps getting shot out in Afghanistan, most of my neighbors were just going shopping. There was no war for them. They didn't know or care about it, really. They didn't have skin in the game the way I did. But most of us are at peace. Most of us have enough food to eat. Most of us have problems like trying to decide how much video games and TV time we're going to allow our kids. But when Donald Trump says America's finished and he's going to make us great again, or when the Democrats say that there are so many things that need doing as if somehow our house is burning down, it's not. We are the fortunate few. Once in a while, let's just take a deep breath and pause and tell the truth to ourselves and to our children and our friends. We are very lucky to be alive in this time and place right now, in spite of the very real problems we have. And when we see somebody like Donald Trump going around trying to stir up all trouble and panic and racism and xenophobia and calling Mexicans and people from Central America rapists and murderers and all this kind of stuff, the evil of it is because the actual backdrop against which he's doing this is a time of peace and prosperity most of the time for most of the people. So just remember that. We are actually lucky people. Thanks.